Good morning, campers. Let's do a reading. We're going to do a full moon reading today for this collective. We have a beautiful full moon in Gemini, super moon approaching, very powerful energy. Last full moon of this calendar year. I posted some information about it on my Instagram in case you are interested. I've also posted on my Instagram in my stories some shadow work exercises and journal prompts for that full moon, so you can go and check that out. If they're already gone, I've saved them in my highlights so you guys can access them. And what I want to do today with this collective, because this full moon is about choices, right? Yes, there's a big cycle closing. There's, for many people, there's so many things that we have to release, we have to let go of, but the key theme are choices. And some of you will have actual choices to take in life right now, smaller or bigger. But generically speaking, this is really about understanding that life is about choices. We choose every day. It's not destiny. It's this moving from the victim of fate to master of destiny. We're not just victims to, ruthless fate. Things are not just happening. Sometimes they are just happening, but there are no coincidences in the universe. There's a little bit of randomness, but no coincidences. And we are the masters of our destiny. Every day we choose from smaller to bigger choices. And I always say this to you guys, it always comes down to the right choice or the easy choice, right? Whether it's rooted in fear or whether it's rooted in love, all right? So I want to start from sort of seeing what's around this collective to know where we're going to go with this reading. And then we may be going to do those two things that you have to choose in between. So let's tap in. Let's see what's going on with this collective. Let's see what's going on. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Surrender to the divine. That's a really beautiful card. So maybe there is something in your life that you need to surrender to. When we talk about surrendering, we often talk about unknown path, unknown destiny, being in this moment of life when you don't know what's going to come, you don't know what's going to happen. There's certain things that maybe you're afraid of, there's certain things that maybe you want from life, and you just don't have the answer. This is this moment when the destiny forces us, the universe forces us to really learn to live in the moment, right? Us humans, us humans, we love to obsess with past and with future, right? So there's constantly something in the past that we cannot let go, that bounds us, that really we cannot properly heal and understand as a lesson, or we're constantly just looking towards future with fear, with stress. What's going to happen? Am I going to have this? Am I going to have that? We're making plans. We're constantly waiting for something. And all we truly have in this life is the moment of now, right? It's all we have. And it's the one of the most beautiful, challenging, but also the core objective of a journey of healing, to anchor yourself in the moment of now, to appreciate what you have now, to learn from what you have now, and surrender to what is. What else? Hold your vision. We have hold your vision. So what I'm hearing for this collective is that maybe there is something that you've been dreaming about, that you've been wanting, maybe even your whole life, and you find yourself right now in this situation when it's really unknown, when it's really uncertain. Maybe you had certain things already in place in your life that you were building towards that thing. They're showing me a tower card. We're going to tap into tarot in a moment. So maybe these things crumbled. Maybe these things they're showing me like a tower falling, like a foundation being dissolved. So maybe you already thought that you've done so many things towards that goal, towards that objective, and it has been destroyed. But you have to remember, universe always has our best interest, the best interest of our soul, right? on mind. So when things are happening, sometimes we're not understanding, we're not happy, it doesn't seem like it's a good thing. But certain things need to, when we're going towards the wrong direction, they really have to create that tower moment. They really have to allow our life to fall and crumble, because we're not understanding that we're not going towards the right direction. There's so much more, many times, for us, that universe has, and we're just not wanting to listen. So I feel like you are being asked right now to surrender, to listen, to allow, but hold your vision. Universe is not trying to tell you that your dreams are not possible, that your dreams are not doable. It's just that sometimes every dream we have, you really have to go to the core of that dream, right? So let's say you dream about travel, but what you really want, if you want travel, you want exploration, right? So when you dream about, a relationship, what you really want is to feel loved and to feel accompanied by someone, right? So sometimes we want a dream, but we want it so badly that we push and we push and we push, and we materialize that dream in a way that is not the best for us. So if you want love, sometimes it's not with the right person. If you want exploration, sometimes it's, something like bare minimum, and universe has something more for you. So the key message that I'm hearing here is that they wanting you to hold your vision. Your dreams are possible. Your dreams can still come into fruition. It's just that you were approaching things in a little bit off. I'm hearing a little bit off. There's something that needed to change. They want you to surrender to the divine plan. Let's do a few more. Be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. What I'm hearing with this card is that, yes, we said that something that you were planning went in a different direction, right? Something crumbled. There is some sort of a tower energy here. They're wanting you to hold a vision, but I'm hearing as well that they're wanting you to understand that you have to show to the universe that you really want to, that you really care, right? So universe can do so much for us. Universe is infinite. Universe holds the ultimate power, but in the end we are the universe. And this is what I teach you guys. We cannot just sit and be like, do things for me. I want love. I want this. I want this perfect. Let's say you want love. I want this perfect partner, right? But what are you willing to do to be an amazing partner for that perfect partner if we send them to you? Have you done enough work? Have you looked into yourself to see your own shadows, to see why you haven't been attracting yet this perfect partner, right? Do you know what I mean? So universe can do much for us, can bring us many opportunities, many things, literally on a silver platter. But we have to show willingness to make the right choices, to make sometimes the challenging choices, and to put in work more than anything. So I don't know why with this card I was hearing healing. I was hearing healing. So make the first move, show the universe that, and breaking a pattern. It's like you want something better, right? But you're not understanding why for now you haven't been attracting something better. Okay, let's do maybe two more. Hold on, 2 or 3 more. I sort of want to like this little tower. Let's see what else. Don't let your past hold you back. Southern notes. Karma. Don't let your past hold you back. There's something, you know how I always say to you guys, we have to draw from our past, but not allow our past to draw from us. It's very important. So maybe there's something in your past. There's a reason I was already gravitating towards that thinking pattern, that there's a pattern that you need to break. So I feel this collective, you're being guided, especially in this energy of full moon, especially in this energy of the last last month of calendar year, and also those weeks leading to 12th of the 12th portal, they wanting you to really look at your past. You may not be able to close it obviously this month, you may not be able to learn your lessons, but as long as we don't learn our lessons, the reason people are so subconsciously stuck in the past, obsessed with the past, right? They constantly live in the past, and some people don't even realize it seems like they have positive memories, but it's always a shadow. When you live in the past, it's coming to my mind for a reason. Those people that always go back to how it was in school or in high school, those good days, and they constantly in touch with their high school friends, and those that always organize like reunions, and they're obsessed with memories, always sending like old photos, like remember when we were at university, remember when we were, right? So it seems like it's a good memory, but when you're constantly reliving the past, it's always a shadow. We should cherish our past. We should learn from our past. We should draw wisdom from our past, but we should not live in our past because we are allowing it to draw from us, right? So. And there's nothing wrong in every now and then, a couple of times in a lifetime, to go back, to organize these reunions, to visit your hometown, to have coffee with an old childhood friend, right? As long as it makes sense. But if it's a constant in your life, right, it's a shadow. It's a shadow. So I feel you're being guided to really contemplate on. They're showing me chords, right? They're showing me chords. So our past exists for us to learn, right? And when we are in the moment and we are learning our lessons in the moment, we're moving through moments of life, learning lessons, and we're not creating energetic cords with the past, which allows us to beautifully go towards northern nodes, which is our dharma, which is our destiny, in a state of surrendering, holding a vision without focusing on how and when it's going to manifest, but trusting and going towards our northern nodes. Now, when you don't properly learn your lessons, but you just move through life as your awareness moves through lives from one moment to another, but without learning the lessons of every moment, you're creating energetic cords with that past, right? With that past version of you as well. And they link you and connect you to that past. And if you're unconscious of it and you're not releasing these cords, they constantly draw from you and they hold you back from your northern nodes, right? So what they're really wanting you to do here is to analyze your past. So this is usually what we do as we start shadow work. We start from, analyzing our past. What lessons did we miss? What still causes our past should be, looking into our past, it should be like watching a movie, right? I think about it in a moment and then I let that go. It causes no emotions. It's very neutral. As long as it causes emotions, as long as it causes, whether it's like super good or super negative, it means that there's something that is still energetically connecting you with that past, and there's something in your past that you haven't learned. There's something that is holding you back. What else? A win-win outcome is forecasts. A win-win outcome is forecasts. Full moon in Libra. I'm hearing this more, not so much as a compromise and a win-win outcome, but I'm looking at the scales of the Libra, and I was looking at the be bold, remember, make the first move. I feel what they're really wanting you to learn. I'm hearing teamwork. I'm hearing collaboration. Work with us. Your guides are with you. Your guides are watching. They wanting you to reach that dharma. They wanting you to reach that highest, most aligned timeline. They wanting to guide you, but it's like you're not working with them. It's this win-win, but you have to do something too. It's not just crying at night, with prayers, but it's an actual work. There's nothing wrong with that, and I always say to you guys, our prayers are always heard. Our what we ask to the universe, whether it's in tears or in rituals or in prayers or in songs, it's always heard. We are the universe, right? But here, you as a you in your avatar, your soul having this human experience in your human body, they wanting you to take care of yourself a little bit more. Not focus so much on future, not focus so much on the external outcome of things that you want. Focus on you, right? And I go through this with many people on healing sessions, on shadow work sessions, that people they either get obsessed with future, or they get obsessed with what is the meaning of my life, what my gifts, I want to give back, I want, right? The one and only objective of your life as a soul, as your consciousness, is compressed to live that human experience, focused on living that human experience. You are getting a human. You are given an avatar. Your only job is to work on it. Your only job is to protect it, is to take care of it. I always say this to you guys. It sounds so funny, but it's so true. Imagine that you're playing this sandbox, like the Sims game. You have your avatar. Your only job is to take care of it. Make sure that the body is healthy, the body is grounded, the body is well taken care of, the emotions are, the armor, the inner world. Take care of your human. That's your only job. Don't concern yourself with what's going to happen to the human, where the human is going to be led to go. That's job of the destiny, of your guides, right? Your only job is to make sure that the human is healthy from inside out. Internal world, mental health, physical health, happy, fed, laughing, attain to your human. All right, that's what I'm hearing. And we're going to do one more to have that little triangle tower. And then we're going to dive deeper. Okay, what do we have? Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Sorry, you guys know me. There's hair everywhere. Sorry. Full moon is Sagittarius. We have Libra and we have Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. That's what they're wanting you to do. I feel for this collective, meditate and contemplate, Pisces. I feel for this collective, you are now in this moment of life when they wanting you to expand your consciousness, right? So far, you've been living a little bit on an autopilot. So far, you've been living a little bit bound by your future, by your dream. Maybe it's also time, I'm hearing, to review your dreams. If there are certain things that you've been dreaming about since childhood, since when you were little, we change, we evolve every day. Maybe it's time to, to review. Do I still really want that? And the biggest question that I always tell you guys to ask yourselves is, these are my dreams, right? Okay, let's say I've reviewed my dreams and I still want these things. I really do. Now the question is, do I really want them because this is a desire of my soul? Or I want them because from a very childhood I was programmed to want these things? People tell us, especially when we're women, but not only, but especially when we're women, there's certain things that, that's coming to my mind, that ridiculous when your family constantly, or like friends of your family, they constantly ask you, like, since like you're little, like literally like little child, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you seeing someone? Right? It's like the romantic love is the freaking objective of her life, right? So really ask yourself, if love is what you want, is marriage is what you want, and maybe children, family, whatever that dream that you're thinking about. And I don't know why I keep going towards love, so it may be love for this collective. Do you really want it? And even if you want it, maybe love is what you want, and the rest, the everything that you build around it, so maybe marriage, engagement, a specific, lifestyle with that partner, maybe it's all part of the programming. Love has many shapes and forms, right? Love has many shapes and forms. They wanting you to expand. They wanting you to look at your life in a different perspective. Everything that I said, I feel like there's a reason we're doing this differently today, right? And there's a reason for everything, and everything that I'm guided to do in a reading. So I really save that part and go back to it, because that first spread that we did, if I feel like every word is going to be important. Every word that comes through me as a channel is a message from your guides, right? They wanting you to contemplate, they wanting you to review, they wanting you to course correct. With I feel like this is it for this collective. The core vision, so the core thing of what you want, like I said, whether that's love, exploration, the core thing is beautiful, and it's part of your dharma, it's part of your northern nodes. But there's something about your southern nodes, about your karma, so whether that's past relationships, family ships, programming, conditioning, that holds you back from the full vision. From the full vision, you have to look at bigger picture. They wanting to guide you towards what you want in life, but in the same time, they need your cooperation. That's what I'm hearing. Work with us. Work with us. I keep hearing that. Work with us. All right. What do we want to do? What do we want to do, you guys? I feel like I want to tap a little bit into your energy. How are they seeing you? Maybe it will sort of inspire you of what we want to course correct. And then we're going to do... you know what? I want to pull 2 tarot cards, one for the right choice and one for the easy choice, just like an overview, literally 1 card, and then we're gonna do a different deck. What's the right choice? Right choice. Right choice. 5 of Swords. That's powerful. That's walking away. That is, especially in this deck, look at this card. Five of Swords is about, it is about endings, it is about walking away, but the message here is, with the Five of Swords, you don't always walk away as a winner but not, it's, remember, it's not on a level of consciousness, on a level of soul, we always win. As long as you learn your lesson, you're always a winner. But in a human programming, sometimes when we talk about love, when we talk about relationships, when people walk away, they hold this mentality like a romantical love is a game, right? So I was dumped. Like it matters who dumped who. It doesn't, right? And I can tell you right now, and I shared this, I rarely share something personal with you guys, but I sometimes maybe on my stories, but I think I've mentioned this to maybe even to this collective when it was needed. I never dumped anyone. I was always dumped. I was always abandoned, because my biggest thing on my journey of healing, when I was doing my healing, was abandonment. Was rejection trauma, was anxiety. I never walked away from anyone, because in my little twisted mind, I thought that this was love, this was commitment. I never dumped anyone. I was always dumped and abandoned and rejected and ghost and you name it. So what? Today, I lived the happiest life I couldn't even imagine in those days of crying. Why it matters? It's like now I would literally, to all the people that rejected me, I could send them flowers. Thank you, because I wouldn't make that decision. Thank you, thank Lord you dumped me. Okay, so you gotta change your mentality. It doesn't matter who dumps who. Love is not a game. Soul ties are not a game. relationships are not a game, okay? Overall, life is a sandbox game, but you know what I mean, right? So people care about who dumped who. So I was dumped, I was cheated on, I was lied to, I was tricked, right? It's like they obsessed with like saving face, like showing that now I'm gonna do better and I'm gonna, no. If you are that person, you're not learning your lessons. Sometimes we have to walk away not knowing the why, not knowing why this person, maybe it's relevant for you. Maybe you don't even know why certain things happen, why this person dumped you, why this person cheated on you. Maybe you feel like you need answers. Why? Trust in the universe. If it happened, it's because it was meant to happen. Trust in the universe. Whatever crumbled, whatever was taken away from you, the right choice for you, this is how they're going to teach you humility, and this is how they're going to teach you to fully trust and surrender. No, you do not need to have a closure conversation with this person. No, you do not to have answers. If they cheated on you, no, you do not to know with whom, why, how did it happen, what led to it. All you need to do is walk away and shut the door. It's this energy of trying to save face, trying to understand, trying to get proper closure. Forget about these things. That's going to be difficult because we have our ego, right? Our ego is not very humble. It's the soul that is humble. Ego wants to win. Ego wants to be the winner. Ego wants to have responses to have, right? Save face. No. I'm hearing that the right choice, but the challenging choice right now is to walk away and to disappear. You know how they always say that, some of us have those moments in life when you have to disappear from the radar of anyone and walk in silence to find the true you, the new you, the authentic you. That's what I'm hearing. Let's do the easy choice. Let's do the easy choice. What? Hold on. Oh! Oh my Lord. I feel like the easy choice, this transformation at the bottom of the deck, I feel the easy choice is to stay. I sort of feel this is it for the collective. Maybe you had a relationship with someone that it was already committed, that maybe you already had plans, you were engaged, you were living together. We're going to clarify in a moment, okay? I feel guided to clarify, to give you guys clarity, and also for myself to sort of know what I'm talking about here. But that's what I'm getting, that it's a situation when you were, when you were already with someone building something, right? And maybe you found out, it can be different for, it's a collective. So maybe you were cheated on, you were lied to, or maybe you had this revelation that this person is really not your person. It doesn't really resonate. It doesn't really make sense. But because you, in your head, you imagine that you want this family, you want marriage, you want a house, you want this happy ever after, maybe I will just stay with this person, right? I feel this collective, that they're not right for you. And this is exactly what we were talking about and what I was hearing from your guides. The vision, what you want, the love, the happy ever after, the unity, the union, family. It's all valid. The vision is valid, but it's not how you want to do it. It's not, I feel it's not with this person. Let's clarify. Air sign, so maybe that's a confirmation. Gold digger, challenges, one more. Make a decision